Today is January 28th, and I thought I'd give you a little update about what's going on. I haven't been riding my bike since early November. I did a stupid human trick. I fell off of a ladder while working at my stepdaughter's house and cracked my rib and my pelvis in 2 places. So orthopedic surgeon said I can't do anything where I'd risk falling on it. So he told me I've got to be safe for 3 months. So my get out of jail date is on February 7th. So I'm going to be really looking forward to that, getting back on the bike. So I did trickle out the videos, as you saw, from my last tour from South Carolina back to here. The time away from the bike gave me lots of time to think about what to do this year. And I've been kicking around, going back out to California and finishing the last 75 miles of the Southern Tier that I failed to do. And oh gosh, I think that was 2023. I also thought about going over east to North Carolina or, to do a big tour over there. But then my cycling friend Bill, he said that he wants to do the Trans Am, which everybody knows is across the United States from Venture Cycling. Goes from Oregon to Virginia. And I did that back in 2008. So it's been 17 years since I've done that. That actually seems amazing. It's been that long. So on April 10th, Bill and I are going to go over to Yorktown, Virginia, where you can either call that the start or the end of the Trans Am, and we're going to go west. Basically, we're probably going to ride for 50, 60 days. I don't know how far we'll get. The first goal we have is to get to probably Pueblo, Colorado, and if we get there with time to spare, we'll keep going. I don't know if I'll stop at that time. I told my wife I'll come back at then, but you know, for making really good progress, who knows? We may just keep right on going. So we'll see how that happens. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out. When you have 3 months of time to kill, what else do you do about dreaming about bicycles? So you know I own a few bikes. I'm not going to go through them all. It's not really that important. But usually I've been riding my Co-Motion Americano, which, you know, it's a fantastic bike. I love that bike. But I've always wanted to go light. And I have another titanium bike that I have pressed into service for lightweight touring. But it had some deficiencies. The wheelbase was pretty short, and it was really geared towards a little more road riding and randonneuring. Not really meant to carry a lot of weight, because it would develop some handling issues when I tried to put a little more weight on it. So I probably did about a month of research trying to find a titanium bike, since I was looking, my goal was to find a lightweight titanium touring bike. And I could talk for this about an hour, but I'm not going to bore you. But basically, what I ended up finding after going through many custom builders and looking at every titanium bike that was out there, I finally found one where it pretty much matches the geometry of my Co-Motion Americano. Hence, yesterday, I went down to Chattanooga and picked up a Lightspeed Flint. This is a gravel bike. It's my first real gravel bike. I am outside American Bicycle Group, and this is Monday, January 27th, and I'm here to pick up my new gravel/touring bike. I'm going light. So let's go in and check it out.
Good luck, Robbie.
All right, so here we are in the lobby of Lightspeed and Quintana Roo and Obed Bikes. And this is Robbie, who's recently here, started at Lightspeed recently. He's been out working in the shop and doing all types of stuff, helping out with sales. So here's my new Flint. This will be my gravel/touring bike. So if you're in Chattanooga and you like the bike, you need to come here to Lightspeed. They also have Quintana Roo, and this is their lobby. I'll show you around a little bit here. Here's a row of triathlete bikes. Quintana Roo, really well known in the industry. Sorry, I really don't know the make and models of triathlete bikes, but I'm sure these are quite good. That one's pretty cool with all the hot pink on black. That's pretty cool looking. Here's a baby bike. That might even fit me. That's a beautiful purple. Then we have the Obed. These are other gravel bikes, all carbon fiber. Look, that one's got the Zip 303 Firecrest wheels. Those are nice. And it's even UCI certified. More gravel bikes. There's a Toscano. I don't know if that's one of the new ones or old ones. That looks like somebody's personal bike there. Here's some neat little memorabilia. I like the little Rover. This is kind of interesting because Lightspeed got their start by supplying titanium tubes to the aerospace industry. So that's actually quite important. JPL, Jet Propulsion Labs. Not sure what that is. Iron Man. All right. Here is the Ultimate all-out road bike. And more Obed gravel bikes. But we're here to pick up my Lightspeed. It's all purple. Nice little purple accents. They did a good job on it. Even the logos are all flush. It's not like a cheap decal. Got a nice little neat purple head badge. See it? Okay, this is the maiden voyage on the Lightspeed Flint. Don't let my wife see me do this. I'm not supposed to ride a bike until February 7th. But we'll take the risk now. We gotta make sure it goes round and round. It feels pretty good. Takes some getting used to. And it stops. So the Flint matches the geometry of my Co-Motion Americano almost to the T. Some of the tubes are within probably a millimeters of each other, some a little bit more, some a little bit less. But I can dial this bike into being a perfect fit for extended touring. The total weight of this bike right now is 21 pounds. Now, of course, I don't have racks and fenders on it, but let's do a little comparison. My Co-Motion Americano with a pinion with rack and fenders on it weighs about 38 pounds. This one right now weighs 21 pounds. That's 17 pounds lighter. Now, of course, I don't have rack and fenders, but I pretty much added up. That's only going to add about, we'll say, 2.5 pounds additional to this bike. Now, the other thing I did with this, which I'm, well, I should say, not really thrilled about, but we're going to try it. I went with Di2. Now, I'm a traditionalist. I always want to go mechanical on long tours. But Di2 is, you know, it's the future. Many people have proven that Di2 works everywhere. Now, of course, I'm not taking this on long, you know, off-road expeditions. So, and even on the Trans Am, I'm not going to be that far from a bike shop. Worst case scenario is I'll just have to use one gear until I can get somewhere. I thumb a ride, or I get an Uber, or, you know, there's always somebody out there on the road that will help you. That's really the bottom line. I've always found someone who's always out there, and they'll help you out. So I will say one caveat to the 2x gearing is you really can't get super low gears with the gravel drivetrains, unless you do some really wild finagling and put a custom crank on the front to handle basically the 17 tooth difference that they have as a maximum between front chain rings. Now, the perfect thing I would like to do with this is probably get a White Industries crank that has a 2642 or 2644 in the front. But I've already dropped enough money on this. I'm not ready to spend another, $800 to $1,000 on just a crankset in order to get the perfect drivetrain. So what I've got on here is a 3148. It's got I think it's 1134 right now. I've already bought I think it's an 1136 or 1036. I'll get a little bit lower gears. I guess the old mantra is, hey, I've never met a hill I can't walk up. So that's the way it goes. So this is the introduction to the Flint. I'm just now working on setting it up. I've changed the saddle. I've added some cages. I've also got new wheels from it, which I'll show you once I get those on here. These are the wheels that came with it. I think it's got some called Durox 30. I'm not sure who these rims. Oh, Sun Ringle with Sun Ringle hubs. You know, these are probably about the cheapest damn wheels you can find on the market. I've seen retail, they go for like $300. I think wholesale's 100 to 110. So I'm gonna deep six those, and I've got some much nicer wheels that will be a lot more reliable. That's all I have for you now. I'll post another video once I get this closer to set up for true touring. I'm definitely gonna go light for this trip. So that gives me about 25 pounds for the bike, and that gives me another 25 pounds for gear. I think I can easily do that because I've done it before. I think I hit about 46 pounds one time on my lightweight Kent Erickson. But that's just summer touring. You can't really, do that when you go for winter and you have to carry a lot more gear. All right, well, thanks for watching, and check back later.